What's going on, everyone? It's the NBA Guru Show. I'm Zach. This is Naf, and we got a lot to talk about in the NBA. The Kings lose to the Nuggets 124-116. Uh, Close game, but I mean, Nuggets were up by 16 for one portion, and Kings couldn't really just beat their lead, and it just didn't happen. We're going to talk the Michael Malone firing. We're going to talk about a little bit of Michael Porter Jr. We'll talk the Lakers with Doncic returning back in Dallas, and we got a game winner today from an ex-King. His name is Harrison Barnes. Anyway, we got a lot coming up for the NBA, man. Uh, how you doing, Nav? What'd you think about the NBA the last 24 hours, man? Lots to talk about.
Yeah, man, insane. Starting with that Mike Malone firing. I don't know if anyone saw that coming. So, I mean, Vivek ain't the only owner that's just randomly firing coaches, it looks like, between that
Yeah.
and Taylor Jenkins. I mean, yeah, and then the games today with starting off with Luka's return to Dallas, and then the Kings Nuggets games. I mean, both games honestly were okay. They weren't that good, but the
Yeah.
best game of the night was Spurs Warriors, and we'll talk about that a little. And yeah, just the standings keep shuffling.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, let's get to the game real quick here. Was a decent close game. I mean, Kings kept it close near the end, but they just couldn't get past like 4 points. I think that was the lowest margin I saw, if I remember correctly, in that fourth quarter. They kept in it at four, then they make a three, then they get it back to four, they make a three. They just couldn't. They couldn't do it. I think Michael Porter Jr. hit a big three over Keon Ellis. I think that was a huge three because they played good defense for that possession. Um, Kings, I mean, Zach LaVine make pretty well today. Had 11 assists, 0 rebounds though, but these shot pretty well. 50% from the field, 50 from three, 27 points. Can't say too much about that. Keon Ellis, big time game from him, big time. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, 6 threes from for 11. Shot pretty well. I thought Trey Lyles had a pretty good game as a starter. 17, 9, and 4. And shot well. I mean, it was the bench, I think, the Kings that let him down, and also DeMar DeRozan didn't shoot too well at all, and was just chucking 26 shots and only made 8 of them, less than it's like 30% or lower. But yeah, Kings that bench was not too good. Naf, what do you think about how the Kings played?
Yeah, no, I think this might be the worst game I've seen DeMar DeRozan play in a while in a Kings
Yeah,
uniform. I thought he was atrocious, honestly, like really bad. And honestly, if he just played a little better, I think they could have won the game. But like you said, 8 for 26. He was just shooting. I mean, there was that one double team, if you remember, with a shot clock winding down, where I think he just held on to it for too long and then he chucked it up.
yeah,
And then I don't know, he was just missing the shots he usually takes. Like you said, and this was probably, I think, in talking about Levine's playmaking. I thought he was. This was probably the best game I've seen him play make. So
mm-hmm.
I didn't know he had this in him. I mean, if he was dishing out 11 assists and playing like this every night, then I think the Kings can at least get some worth out of his contract back. But
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, this might just be like a once in a blue moon type of deal because Zach LaVine is usually the one shooting, not playmaking. But yeah, I thought it was a great game from Zach LaVine. Best I've seen him play make. Really poor game from DeMar DeRozan. Like you said, I think the defense was pretty poor at the end. They just gave up too many points. I don't know why they went into a 2-3 zone. I know with Jokic out
Yeah,
a couple of times, but I just don't think they stuck with that enough. So they're just forcing
good point.
because the Nuggets don't really have any shooters. I mean, Strother, they have a lot of young guys playing, obviously, with Jamal Murray out. And I mean, and everyone knows that the Nuggets bench is probably one of the weakest
Yeah,
in terms of, the contenders in the league. So, I mean, yeah, Strother, Russell Westbrook can't shoot. Payne Watson isn't known to be a good shooter. So, Jalen Pickett, he did hit a couple big threes. But other than that, I think they went from the 2-3 zone. I think they should have stuck with it with Jokic out because with Joker and I mean, obviously he's going to demolish with his passing and playmaking and getting into the soft zones. I think he
mm-hmm.
would have demolished a 2-3 zone, but I think it was working fine. I mean, Strother was shooting up bricks, and yeah, like I said, I mean, we talked about Christian Braun. They let Christian Braun go off in the first half, 16 first half points. Christian Brown, sorry. And then yeah, other than that, I mean, that was pretty much the game, I think. I mean, it was like you said, it wasn't really. They kept like chipping away, but the Kings never really. I never really felt like they were truly. I think they cut it to 104, 108. I think that's
Yeah.
as close as it was. And then after that, I think the Nuggets ran away with it. Like you said, MPJ hit some threes. Joker was just being a closer. So yeah, I mean, it might just be like a new coach bounce with the Kings just firing Mike Malone, but they looked good today. It could also just be the Kings porous defense.
The almost every starter on the Nuggets had 20+ points, which is actually kind of crazy. I've never seen that. Jalen Pickett was 2 points away from making that happen. I mean, he was shooting really well, 5 for 7 from 3, 18. Christian Brown, 9 for 12, 3 for 5 from 3, 25 points, played real well. Porter Jr., 7 for 14, 50% from 3, 21. Aaron Gordon, 21 points. I mean, man, like, all their starters were just cooking from 3. They shot 38% from the field for 3 for the game. Honestly, like, I kind of think the Kings didn't even play that bad. Like, I don't know, like they shot 47% from the field and 44 from 3. Like, they shot pretty well from 3. I think what cost them was the fouling. Like, their just defense obviously is just really bad. Denver had 31 free throw attempts. And that's almost double the Kings. I think those two things kind of cost them. And the turnovers, I mean, they didn't turn over the ball. They didn't turn the ball over. They shot well from 3. From the field, 47 is okay. But I don't know, like, if the Kings played like this today, how they played today, do they beat the Mavericks in the play-in?
Yeah, I think so. What do you think?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Because I mean,
I think so.
maybe just because I just watched the Mavericks play before, and it was not pretty. It was uglier than at least you guys have got the guards. You have the DeRozan. You have Levine. You know, obviously
Yeah.
Malik Monk's going to be out a couple weeks. You have Domas that can maybe slow down their bigs because that's really all they have.
Mhm.
They have Anthony Davis, Lively, and Gafford, but if you kind of sort of take them out the game. And then I know Najee Marshall's been playing well the past few weeks, but Najee and Clay are not really like the players that can, facilitate and create. And I think it'll be an interesting game, but I think if they play like this, the problem is just their defense. They just need to. I mean, they're not going to be playing a Joker too, which will help. But I think if they play like this, like you said, their offense wasn't bad, but I mean, still a little for me, still a little too heliocentric. A little your turn, my turn with Levine and DeRozan at the end there.
Yeah.
They don't move the ball as much as I would like to see them move the ball, and then they spam a lot of Domantas Sabonis pick and rolls, and they do that a lot. So I think I mean it worked today.
Do you think they should do the spamming of the Sabonis stuff more often in the end, or is it okay with the ISO DeMar and Levine at the end?
Yeah, I mean it's tough. It depends on the game situation. I prefer. I mean, at least with a pick and roll, you're giving yourself, an option to, pass, kick out. You can drive and kick. I think there's just more options with that as opposed to everyone just watching DeMar post up a defender in the mid range, and then we all know he's going to spin and fade or get a foul. I mean, it's a little predictable. And if you ask a defender too, any defender is going to tell you it's much harder to guard a pick and roll or when the ball's at least moving versus just 1v1.
All right, let's just get to some comments here. Bob's in the building. What are your thoughts on Jerry the Legend Reynolds back on commentary? It was nice. Didn't have to hear Katie today. That was great. I didn't even put it on ESPN. I put it on the Kings just to listen to Jerry and have some nostalgia. I thought he was great. I think he was just, felt like back to normal. I think him and Draper was actually a decent combination. I thought they had decent chemistry for their first time together. And I had a good time listening to Jerry and his Jerryisms.
All right, you missed Mark Jones on the ESPN broadcast. So you kind of knew what you were getting with Mark Jones.
Yeah. Let's see. But fire. Yeah, we'll get to the coach stuff soon. Flores, what's going on? The Kings, they're in the play-in. Yeah, we're if the Kings win one more game, or Dallas loses one more game, we get the 9th seed. So I think we should be in good shape. We should beat the Suns at the least. And yeah, we'll see. I think it'll be a ninth seed at home against Dallas. And I don't know, like, let's see how much motivation and Dallas has to like prove that they're like they didn't get cooked with the Doncic trade. Maybe the players are gonna really want to win and play hard, and they just play extra hard. You never know with a Klay Thompson game six. Maybe he brings a Klay game six. What's his nickname before? Game six Klay.
Game 6 play. What about Matt George saying Matt George is tweeting that Doug Christie says he sent a King scout to watch the Dallas Mavericks over a week ago. They've already started the prep for the playing game. What do you think about that? Over a week ago.
I like it, but Doug
already sending a scout. What are you sending a scout for, man?
Yeah, I like it. You know, you like to call him a passion merchant. I feel like he's a heck of a big try hard. He's doing like every little inch to try to win the game. I like it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's like standard practice. I feel like it kind of is. If like when they know who they're gonna play, so like I feel like Dallas is doing the same thing now that they know as well, pretty much. So. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think the big thing, we didn't bring it up actually yet, but Malik Monk out for 2 weeks. Kings signing Terrence Davis as the replacement, basically, whereas Monk Insurance, I don't know if he's going to get a lot of playing time. He didn't play today, but yeah, we'll see. We'll
I
see
think Terrence Davis isn't going to get enough playing time. I think that's probably going to go to Devin Carter, right? Most of that time, maybe.
And maybe
Devin
even
Carter
Doug McDermott if you need some shots.
Oh yeah, Doug McDermott did have that stretch today where he hit. Yeah, he hit those big threes. So I don't know. Do Kings fans think Doug McDermott should get more minutes? No, right?
Doug McDermott or Terrence Davis.
I mean, today 3 for 5 from 3, 9 points. He does when he comes off those ball screens and catch and shoot. Those are
I mean, it's either he's hot or he's not.
Yeah, exactly.
They look good when they're in.
One trick pony.
Yeah, and he's terrible at defense. The Kings had some interesting lineups today. Isaac Jones, I think he like plays decent when he plays, but Devin Carter still. Yeah, go ahead.
Isaac Jones was getting some JV minutes. That was interesting. I was wondering why that was. Why not play JV? I think he could have been. Well, I guess I don't know versus Joker or even DeAndre Jordan. I mean, DeAndre Jordan's not like. And DeAndre Jordan was cooking Sabonis. I mean, I'm not there, which was. I mean, if you want to talk about Sabonis, this is why we get on Sabonis for his defense. I mean, DeAndre Jordan is 17 years in the league and was cooking Sabonis at the end there. I mean, this is why we get on Sabonis for his defense. It's just he has his own 0 rim protection, which is a problem. So, but yeah, I mean, going back to Isaac Jones versus JV, do you think that you'd give more of those minutes to Isaac Jones?
Jonas is like also an off or on-off guy too. Like if he's on, like it's good, but then if he's not on, like it's just bad. Like I don't need him at all. His defense is like when the Kings got him from the trade, he had the worst plus minus for defensive DPM. So I don't know. I just think his defense is always bad. He was a -5 in the 9 minutes today. Isaac Jones was a +2 in the 6 minutes. I just think Jonas, like on pick and rolls and just guarding on the perimeter, Isaac's a little bit better there. But I don't think it matters that much, to be honest, like who you put. The starters just got to cook for us to win. And
Isaac Jones is not an NBA player, says Satnam. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's gonna get any more minutes. I think it's just because of obviously LaRavia and Keegan Murray out.
Yeah.
I think once they come back, I think
those guys should be.
Because Isaac Jones is a rookie, right? Undrafted rookie, I think.
Yeah, and he's a rookie. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, LaRavia should get minutes. Like he'll probably get like 10 minutes in these playing games. Keegan will be getting his 35, maybe close to 40 in the playing games. I think it's going to be a strict. Yeah. So let's see. So we got the starters. We got the 5 starters. Plus Trey Lyles probably gets a decent amount of those backup.
So who's going to start versus Dallas? So who's going to start versus Dallas? Obviously maybe replace Trey Lyles with Keegan Murray.
Yeah, that's pretty much
That's the starters from today.
Yeah. Now the Dallas has the big man. They got the Gafford. They got the Lively. So I don't know if they're going to put. I don't know. I'd still put Trey Lyles as the backup. So I think I'd like him on there so they can stretch out Gafford and Lively out there.
Yeah. That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, so have that. Then you get LaRavia gets maybe 10 minutes, and then you got Devin Carter probably gets 10 minutes as well. It's going to be interesting. I don't think we'll see Doug that much, and I don't think we'll see Fultz or Davis. Jonas is a maybe, depending on Jonas is a maybe. But I don't know, like maybe if they want to cook Lively a little bit in the post.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you go like you said, Trey Lyles, if you stretch them out, because if you stretch out their bigs with Lively, because he's not a good defender. He's just more like, just a big like sort of rim protector every now and then. But yeah, I mean, Luka was cooking him today. He was hunting him hard on ball screens. So yeah, I think if maybe if they do play Lively, you could do that a little with DeMar and Zach LaVine. And then also if you could play Trey Lyles, then you could have 5 out, and that would sort of force the bigs and you could get them to just sort of either stay in the paint or pump fake or just I think that could facilitate a lot of open threes.
Yeah, for sure. They go big. They have a big lineup, Lively and Davis. So I guess Keegan's going to be guarding Lively. Yeah, and PJ, it's going to be a long, they're kind of actually
a long lineup. Yeah, even Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is not. I mean, obviously he's not in his prime, but he still has the length.
Yeah, I guess Keon's going to have that assignment, and then Najee and PJ will be what's it called, LaVine and DeMar. So I don't know. I mean, Najee, yeah, you got to just watch out for his threes. He's not that great of a 3-point shooter this year, I believe.
I think he's been on last like 10 games.
27% this year.
Oh, really?
27% this year. Yeah, I actually wanted him for the Kings to get him, but because he shot well from 3 last year with 39%, but this year is 27, and I think a lot of teams just leave him open. I think I saw him chuck a lot today against.
Hitting him out.
Let's see here. Alex Russell's in the building. Flores wasn't a tough loss. We didn't have Murray nor Monk. JV not playing enough is an issue. Just won't finish as a winning team. Yeah, I mean, the other team didn't have Jamal Murray as well, so we got to consider that. But yeah, we did have Murray, Monk, and Laravia is a big thing for us.
I don't think it was a tough loss because it doesn't matter in the end. I don't think this game's gonna matter. I think the Kings are gonna handle business. The Clippers game is gonna be tricky because the Clippers are playing so much in the West when in that cramped section there. So, and the Clippers look good, especially with Zubac and Kawhi's recent form. So I think that's going to be a tricky game, but I mean, the Suns are pretty much dead and rolled over. So if you can't beat the Suns, then honestly, you don't deserve to host at least a play-in game. So
it's tough.
I don't think it's a detrimental loss at the end of the day.
No. Yeah, I mean, it is slightly. The Kings got to brush up on D. I know that's been the thing all year, so it's probably not going to happen. But the problem is that we actually did, like, every person shot well on the team, like except our bench. But like our starters, Trey Lyles had a good game. Sabonis had a good game. DeMar had a terrible game. But other than him, LaVine had a good game. Keon had a good game. Doug McDermott had a good game. So, I mean, a lot of our players did have good games, and DeMar was the only one that didn't, and we still lost by with a Murray-less Nuggets.
I mean, you gotta look at that Nuggets team too. That is not a good. I mean, besides the top 3 guys, Aaron Gordon, Joker, obviously, and MPJ. Yeah. Even MPJ's such a streaky player. I know you have some thoughts on him, so I'll let you talk about MPJ.
MPJ, yeah. We'll get to MPJ. Just finish up the Kings game here. Grant took your rant idea and did his rant on Christie not playing JV, barely any minutes to none. I just said rant on not playing JV enough. Yeah, I don't know. Like, JV's interesting, man. His defense, I hate his defense. I think like you said, like I said earlier, if he's playing well offensively, then he's good, but he's useless if he doesn't. I just think
dinosaur center.
Yeah, like
a dinosaur, an old school center.
I said it before. He had the worst DMP coming into the Kings. I think he was slightly better, but I just don't like him that much either. I know Grant and Rhino like him a lot, and he's a good post-up presence, and maybe he would have been better playing Jokic on D and stuff.
Like the old school center bully ball.
Yeah.
He even airballed the three.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, man, it was not. Yeah, he was not. Um, in the limited minutes he did get today, I don't think he really showed anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think it was a big deal. That wasn't going to make or break the win or anything. So,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
yeah,
but like a
let's just
DeAndre Jordan at the other end, like he actually did something in his limited minutes, sort of
yeah.
like a similar play, sort of like a similar, at least trajectory and like that old school center. DeAndre Jordan obviously a better rim protector, and defender, but DeAndre Jordan had 6 points, 5 rebounds in 10 minutes. So, and like we said, he was cooking Sabonis a little on some of those plays. But I mean, that's pretty much what it comes down to for the Kings. Is they gotta like fix up their defense, man.
Yeah. And that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah,
But I mean, but like we said, I think if they played like today, they should be able to beat Dallas. Is it enough to beat the Warriors, Grizzlies, or Minnesota? Probably not. But
not Minnesota or Golden
yeah,
State. They're not gonna. They need to hope at least the Grizzlies
yeah,
out. At least versus the Grizzlies out. I mean, it's a one-off game.
points.
Anything can happen, but
Yeah,
I think at least versus the Grizzlies, I think they would have a better shot than anyone else in that play-in right now.
yeah, I agree. And like if they played like this against Grizzlies, I think it's like a coin flip. If they played like this against Warriors, I think it's an L, and against the Wolves, it's probably an L.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
So anyway, let's just get to the big news from yesterday, and that is Michael Malone getting fired. We saw that the Kings did it like 10 years ago, and he went to the Nuggets, and now they do it themselves 3 games before the season ended. They got Rick Adelman's son as the assistant who stepped up to be the main coach now, head coach, and they're going with it. They fired the GM as well. Pretty shocking. The whole NBA thought it was shocking. I don't get the timing of it. I don't. Calvin Booth and Malone didn't really like each other. I get it, but I don't know why they did it this late. I mean, what were your thoughts when you first heard about it, Naf?
Yeah, no, like you, I was shocked at the timing of it, and just after reading into it, just sounds like Malone lost the locker room. He had an interview a couple weeks ago where he just straight up said like, "Hey, we're telling the players what to do, but they're not listening." And
Yeah,
even Jamal Murray came out in an interview and he said the same thing. He said, "Hey, look, like, I mean, the coaches are telling us what to do, but we're just not executing." So I don't know. It sounds like he lost the locker room. I think the big question is I think you have to sort of fire Mike Malone only if you have to run this through Joker. I think that's the big question, to be honest. Like I would be shocked if they did it um without Joker's, input on it.
yeah,
But yeah, I was surprised. I mean, Calvin Booth, I understand why they fired him.
yeah,
This is a very poorly built team. I mean, you guys watched the game today. I mean, just look at that roster that they put around Joker. It's almost like malpractice, to be honest, what they did with this roster. Not just that, they signed Zeke Naji, who doesn't even play.
yeah,
They used their mid-level exception on Dario Saric, who doesn't even play.
yeah,
They really put all their stock in like these young players, Peyton Watson, Christian Brown, after letting vets go. Vets that you could let the vets go, KCP, Jeff Green. Obviously, they're getting older, which I'm fine with, but you have to make a move. You have to bring someone in. So I think Calvin Booth firing, I think that was deserved, to be honest, just
yeah,
based on, and there was a lot of friction between Calvin Booth and Mike Malone for that reason, I think. And I think essentially that's what got him fired is Kroenke, who also owned the Avalanche, Arsenal Football Club, LA Rams, the Walmart family.
yeah,
I think there was a rift between Calvin Booth and Mike Malone, and
yep,
at the end of the day, they just said, you know what, let's just get him out of here. But I agree with you. The timing's just odd right before the playoffs. I think what I would have done is I did hear that maybe they're scared that Mike Malone was gonna, maybe play his way into keeping the job, even though if they did decide that they wanted to fire him at the end of the season. So I mean the timing of it is definitely odd, but I would have fired Calvin Booth at the end of the season and seen how Mike Malone does in the playoffs. But yeah, I know that's what I think. That's what I think.
yeah. Because the Nuggets have had injuries. Jamal Murray's been out for a bit, and the Nuggets they just don't know they still have a chance. Like before the firing, like I still thought they could be the team in the Western Conference Finals. Like I just don't.
I cooled
Like,
off on them a lot in the past couple of weeks, to be
I,
honest.
I know, but like it's just like it's still a tough. Like it could be Denver, it could be Golden State, it could be the Wolves, it could be any of those teams, maybe the Rockets, but maybe not. But yeah, I mean Michael Malone, I don't know. Like I just didn't think that. I mean maybe they just thought like, hey, like this will like start a match, light a match to the team, to do well in the playoffs. I don't know. They thought if we're just gonna fire him at the end of the season, might as well do it now to fire up the players. Who knows? But yeah, we'll see. I mean, there was also a rift on Michael Porter Jr. Like, should he be traded? Should he not? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, I do agree with Calvin Booth on one thing. Michael Malone is very stubborn on playing his younger players and stuff. Like Pickett today, like he had a great game. Like, just play that guy more. Christian Brown, I guess he liked him, so he played him. But yeah, like Pickett,
but Michael Malone, like you said, he like Christian Brown. I mean, Christian Brown's a good player. I think if he's good enough, like he'll play them. But I think the timeline with Joker in his prime, like you can't just use it to develop young players right now.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. Like Pickett was probably. I feel like you could have played him more minutes than like Westbrook and stuff, or I don't know, like I don't know. It's just weird. But as far as
Michael Porter, Denver does have, maybe this could have factored into it, is their assistant coaches have, and you talked about this. We talked about this when we were talking about replacements potentially for Doug Christie. You did bring up David Adelman as a potential replacement, but obviously we said, with Mike Malone and the history with Sacramento, and then Rick Adelman, we probably thought it was doubtful, but it looks like David Adelman's going to take over now. I mean, for at least the interim position, but they do have like one of the best assistant coaching groups in the NBA, so that could have been a factor as to why they just said, let's just get rid of Booth and Malone, and then let's just give it to Adam until the end of the season.
Yeah, no, that's a fair play. We got some comments here. Alex Russell's bringing it back for a second. Defense wins games, and JV would have done more D if he played more. I don't know. Like, I think JV plays okay interior D, but I don't think he's anything great. He gets a couple blocks, but when he gets cooked in a pick and roll, or when he has to guard the perimeter, he's cooked. If he's like guarding a center that only can like be in the inside, maybe. But other than that, I don't like his defense, me personally. Bob Gay predicting he's going to Minnesota.
Michael Malone?
Yeah, he thinks he's going to Minnesota if John Finch is gone.
I did hear about some Finch might be the next, but I don't know how serious that is. But I'll give you props. That's a hot take.
Yeah, maybe
that's a bold prediction.
Yeah, if they could maybe even switch. Who knows? Like if Finch goes to Denver.
There's also the Connolly connection where Minnesota has Tim Connolly as their president of basketball operations, who they took from Denver. So I think Bob's connecting those dots. I think he's connecting those dots with Connolly in Minnesota, and I think it depends how this Timberwolves close out the season. I know a lot of players like Finch.
If I had to make a guess if I had to make a prediction, I would put Michael Malone going to the San Antonio Spurs on contingency that Greg Popovich is not coming back. That would be the take. He, one big man to another. He knows how to develop a big man. He developed Jokic into the best player in the NBA, and I think he might be able to do it again with Victor Wembanyama getting the best big man or player in the NBA. So I don't know. I think Michael Malone has a chance to be a Spurs coach if that is an opening there. I think he'd fit there. That'd be crazy. Him coaching Fox, which is what the Kings fans wanted before, because they didn't want Michael Malone fired. That would have been nice to see. But just throwing that out there, we got some head coach predictions with Michael Malone. They would have to gone the okay from Joker. Yeah, agreed. Naf said that as well, and I agree. And I think that I heard rumblings that the rest of the team did not like Michael Malone. Like they were kind of over him a little bit. He kind of lost the locker room. I think Jokic still liked Malone, but I think they were like, hey, bro, like nobody likes this guy anymore. Like I know you like him still, but You good with just us just ripping and trying to lighten this match and see what happens? And I guess he was like, yeah, let's just try it out.
I mean,
And
he was there
that's
for
all.
10 years, so 10
Yeah.
years is a long time. Maybe
That's,
it's just ideas got stale, but I mean, to be honest, like outside of Joker and Jamal Murray and like Aaron Gordon and not even Michael Porter Jr. I don't even include Michael Porter Jr. Like I would not like why do you like I would not care about the other players' thoughts, to be honest. Like I wouldn't be asking them like, hey, what are your thoughts on Michael Malone? Like, what? I would just like keep those three, and then like in the summer I'd be like, I mean, obviously it's probably not doable to just get rid of the rest of the players, but yeah, I mean that just goes down. That just comes back to how poorly the roster was built, dating back to ever since they won the championship, and and then they just got rid of sort of their vets and just they try to build through the draft, but outside of Christian Brown, they didn't really hit on any of their picks, or they're just taking too long to develop. So yeah, I mean, I'm saying the NBA is behind this. I mean, I did hear between Mike Malone and Taylor Jenkins, like, oh, people are the conspiracy theorists. Maybe we could talk about it on our next conspiracy corner, like, oh, maybe it has to do with gambling or something. But I don't know, man. It is weird, like the timing of them, like Taylor Jenkins and Michael Malone. But hey, it's a wild, wild West, man. Look at the standings in the West. Like, this is why we say the Kings need to blow it up. This is look at these teams. They're getting rid of their coach just because they're barely even fighting for. They're falling from the 2-3 seed all the way down to the play-in, and the Kings, you can't be in the West. It's just so tough that you can't be satisfied with where you are. This is why, I mean, these teams they haven't blown it up yet. Obviously, Denver and Memphis, but they're sort of like planting the seeds already. So, I mean, yeah, it's tough out in the West, man.
Speaking of trades and things to make changes, Michael Porter Jr., that was a big rift, I think, between the general manager, the coaching. Michael Malone, I feel like he wanted to keep a lot of the players. They kept Murray and they won a championship with him. They won, I think the management was thinking about trading them at the time, or before Booth, or maybe during, I don't know, when he got the injury. But Malone said that we're sticking with you, and they did that, and it worked. But I think maybe with Michael Porter Jr., I feel like Calvin Booth wanted to trade him and get something back. There have been rumors beforehand that Michael Porter Jr. was in with trade talks. The Denver Nuggets trading Michael Porter Jr. to the Chicago Bulls for Zach LaVine. That was a rumor that was going on. Now, would the Kings be interested in something like that for the summer? If Denver's in they lose in the first round or look really bad in the second round, and maybe they're like, hey, we need to like get another good player for Jokic. It'd be the Murray, LaVine, and Jokic show instead of Porter, just to switch it up, try something new. The thing I think that stopped those talks was Zeke Naji, sorry. And I think that was his contract. They didn't like it, and so stuff. That's why it died down. But I don't know. What do you think? You think that'd be a good trade for both teams? What do you think about that one?
Hey, fire up the trade machine, man. Let's see if we can get some going. But let me look at Michael Porter Jr.'s contract, because
I think it's $40 million next year.
40 million, and yeah, depending on the length. But so the contracts would I think LaVine's on a little more. But I mean, would the Kings want to do that? Do you think? Are you just talking like straight swap, or what type of deal are you thinking? Who would have to add more? Would the Nuggets would have to add more? The Kings?
I'm gonna flip up the trade right now.
Yeah, that's interesting, because I think both teams are definitely not. Maybe the Nuggets are close to the second apron, but I don't think they're above it. So I think you might be able to make something work. But if I'm the Kings, if I'm the Kings, I don't see them. It's a lateral move for me. I don't want to take on lateral move. Makes no sense for me to take on Michael Porter Jr. And I think the Nuggets win that trade. If we're just talking about swapping players.
Oh, we just did it live. Just did it live on the spot. Michael Porter Jr. and Zeke Naji for Zach LaVine, just straight up, those two for one.
And I'm not doing that if I'm Sacramento.
You don't like the contract by Zeke, and you don't like Michael Porter Jr. 50%?
Wait. What's the length? Oh, 3 years. Okay, so their contracts are pretty much the same. LaVine, obviously. Well, LaVine has has a. I don't know. I think Levine has a player
Zach's long
option.
though. Zach is 4 years.
Zeke Naji, yeah, that's rough. Oh,
Yeah.
man, is there anyone else you can have besides Zeke Naji?
If I close this and look at take off Zeke
You
Naji.
look at if Michael Porter Jr. has a player option like Zach Levine. I know Zach Levine has a player option, but
The
yeah, and
other
then
person, maybe Dario Saric. I can try him.
yeah, you could try Dario. I mean, he has 2 years left.
Oh, I think it'd be a little. They need a little bit more money. 40 to 44. It was almost straight on with the other one. Yeah, it'd be a little bit more difficult, but it's
Yeah.
unless we add one more player. Let me see.
Okay, so Michael Porter Jr. is younger by 3 years, 3 years younger than Zach Levine, so he does have that going for him. But he also has the back surgeries, the back injuries. I think those will catch up to you as you get older. To be honest, because I think
Yeah,
he
the
has
back injury.
3. So I think for me, he's a complete stay away, just red flag. Like I would just eat Zach Levine's contract. Maybe you can. I mean, we talked about Zach Levine plenty on this show and how his contract is untradeable. But hey, if you play like today, maybe you could get something for him
Something
in a
better.
year or two.
Something better for him.
Something better, yeah, or just like an expiring contract, just something to get him off the book. I would rather take an expiring contract than that Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, it's tough. So like if your Kings are still trying to win, then yeah, you keep Zach Levine. I think if you blow it up, I don't think I would take the risk. He's a younger prospect. 50% still, from the field, 40% from three, like 18 points, pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can get more for Zach Levine. I don't know, but I mean, Zach Levine was almost untradeable. Like, I feel like this is like a fair-ish trade. Zach Levine doesn't have good like ACLs, right? And
he does have his injury history as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So he has his injury history.
No, I think if I'm the Nuggets, I would do that.
Yeah, I think they would because like that'd be a good addition offensively.
Yeah, I mean he's especially with Joker with
Yeah.
Jokic, and I mean he could just and Zach Levine's a good catch and shoot 3-pointer.
Yeah,
I think he could play off Joker well, but and I mean he could kind of do what MPJ does, but just a little better.
Alex Russell chiming in here. Michael Porter Jr.'s injuries does shoot well and three. Doesn't like score like Levine. That's true. That's true. Levine is more of a he can make a little bit on his own.
Scorer, yeah, and he's a better 3-level scorer.
Yeah, Michael Porter, you need a joker around him, or you need like a 1B around him. So that's definitely fair. If anyone has any thoughts on any of these trades or the Malone firing, light them up, send it up. Appreciate everyone joining us.
The Jamal Murray thing is definitely interesting because I'm hearing like Jamal Murray is going to be out for a while. Like that might also have played in a factor in the Michael Malone Michael Malone firing. I think he might miss the entire first round, to be honest, because I think he's having some serious issues.
That's a good point.
So I think that sort of derailed their season a little. So that's maybe why Kroenke and the owners just thought, let's just do this now, and we'll see what we can do with Adelman. Maybe he can get the role players and the rest of the guys to step up. I mean, he did today with Jalen. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's definitely the timing of it's definitely interesting, and
the Murray contract.
I
just want to say this: the Murray contract could be very ugly.
Very ugly. Yeah, he just signed it this summer, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't
4 years for 208, right?
Yeah, it kicks in next year. 46 million, 50 million, 53, and 57. That looks bad. That looks way worse than the Sabonis one and stuff. And
that looks bad. Not just that, but like let's remember like how bad Jamal Murray looked like this summer on the Canada team. I think he averaged like less than 5 points. On Canada.
Yeah, and he started he started the season poorly, and he had a good stretch.
Poorly, and he still got the extension. They gave him the extension after the Olympics, which was crazy. So I don't know. Yeah, I think Calvin Booth gonna be hard for him to find another GM job in the league.
Yeah,
That's a
I
lot
wouldn't
for
want
him.
him as the Kings one.
No.
Here, Alex Russell chiming in a little bit more about Michael. I don't want Porter Jr. either way. Nope, he's strong for this King. He's a true point guard. That's priority number one. I do agree there. We do need a point guard. So we'll see. I just, yeah, I mean, it's a fair point. I was just throwing it out there. It'd be interesting to get a little younger if we want to keep to totally blow it up. But he does have injuries, and I just don't know what
Zach
you're going to get
LaVine looked
value
like a
wise for
point guard
Levine.
today.
Sorry.
Said Zach LaVine looked like a point guard today.
Yeah, it's just tough. Like I don't know what value you're going to get for Levine. Like that might be the best value you can get. I don't know, but if like Naf said, if he keeps playing like this, maybe you could trade him mid-season next year, or like maybe like teams would want to see him play like this for another couple months, and then like, all right, this guy's still good. Like let's give him
Yeah,
a shot.
exactly. You could sell high, and
Yeah,
I mean, just maybe get a team that's sort of desperate to bite.
yeah,
And I think he'll have. I think like he'll have like 2.5 years left, maybe, or 1.5 years left on his deal by then. But
yeah.
it'll be tight. It's gonna be tough getting off that contract.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the other two big games today. Let's talk about Luka's return. You're the Laker guy. Doncic came back, and got emotional. I got teary watching it a little bit. He was watching
Yeah.
a tribute video.
You might be a
And he just-
Lakers fan, man. Getting teary-eyed and stuff over here. Never thought I'd hear a Kings fan say to get teary-eyed over a Lakers player, man.
he was looking sad. I saw him ask for the towel because he knew he was going to get teary. He didn't even know if he could play after that. And then he played an awesome game, 45 points. But I mean, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen a team like support another team's player like that. I haven't seen that. I don't remember the last time I've seen that in the NBA.
Yeah, that's a good point. Probably Golden State Warriors fan, maybe when Clay came back. I don't know. I don't really recall, but no, nothing like that. I mean,
No, nothing like that. Yeah.
Nothing like that. That was crazy, but I understand it wasn't like Luka didn't leave on his own accord. He said he wanted to be a Mav for life. He said he wanted to play there forever. He just kind of got sort of blindsided and backstabbed by the organization. So, I mean, if you're a fan, like you have no reason to boo him. I mean, I think it would have been ridiculous if they did boo him. I mean, he deserved. I mean, he took your team to the West Finals 3 years ago. Took them to the finals last year. Like, I mean, he did everything he could, and like I said, this wasn't a LeBron leaving Cleveland situation where he left as a free agent. This wasn't Durant leaving OKC. This was a completely just midseason trade, just by I don't mean the new owners, front office, which I mean we get just still this trade is still unbelievable when you think about it. I mean, I still can't believe it. Like, what were they thinking? I mean, you heard the crowd just going to fire Nico.
Loud.
Chants.
It wasn't just a little. It was loud.
It was multiple times throughout the game, and yeah, man, it was like music to my ears. I mean, how he still has a job is crazy, but just that trade is crazy. I mean, yeah, I mean, and yeah, he balled out, man. I mean, I was surprised with the game plan because the first time we played them, when we played them in LA, they sort of blitzed them. They just didn't want him to. They didn't want him to get that 45 point game. So he had, I think, like a 19-point triple double back then. But yeah, this time they just played him straight up, and he was hunting the bigs a lot, specifically Derek Lively, and he was just cooking them step back threes.
Yep.
His English finishes at the rim, and it was interesting strategy because it didn't work at the end. He ended up with like you said, 45, 8 and 6. So I mean, he had a 31 at the half. So yeah, I mean, the game itself wasn't really. I mean, they did keep it close. I think it was similar sort of to the Kings Nuggets game where they did sort of hang around, but they did have the lead a couple times. But yeah, I mean, it was just a Luka show at the end of the day, and he showed out, man.
Yeah, Davis didn't do much in 33 minutes, 13 points and 11 and 6, decent. But if you're trading Luka Doncic for him, you better be getting at least like 25 and 10 and like a few blocks.
Yeah, exactly. That's the worst part of the deal. Like, they did not get enough in return. I mean, you could if you want to trade Luka, like, okay, but at least get like his value back.
It should have been Reeves also in the trade, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, Najee Marshall led the team with 23. I feel like things are going pretty bad if if your leading scorer on that team. And the funniest thing I think I saw on the internet today was someone wearing a Lakers jersey. I think it was a Doncic 77, and it said Nico Harrison.
I saw that. The Nico Harrison jersey. Yeah.
That is hilarious. I mean, that was
the Lakers MVP for the season right there, Nico Harrison.
That was hilarious. Let's see here.
Yeah, LeBron played. LeBron didn't play that great in the first half, but he really closed out the game in the fourth. Closed out the game strong. So LeBron closed out the game strong, and I think it was just all about Luka at the end of the day, and I think the Mavericks, they just didn't have enough with Klay Thompson, Najee Marshall. So it was. Let's read the comments here.
Luka was so emotional, you could tell he didn't want to leave. Watching that tribute video, that's true. Mavs support Luka; they love him. It was surprising to cheer him. He's still beloved. They know that he could. Yeah, I mean, then the fans in Dallas were good. Like they're true fans. They missed that guy. They love that guy. So
I mean, Cuban was there. Mahomes was there. They had a lot of Nowitzki.
Yeah,
all the stars were out supporting him, man.
Fans know Luka Doncic wanted to stay. Yeah, I mean, agreed. He was blindsided by it. Still to this day, I can't believe it. Prediction. Yeah. Holy smokes! Giannis has out next year. Gets traded to the Warriors. People have been saying this for a couple years now.
Yeah, this has been rumored for a while. I think. Yeah, I mean, this is a good. It's a good, especially now with Dame Lillard. Yeah. Well, Lillard's out, and then with the Bucks sort of like, the Bucks on the decline, kind of. I think Giannis is getting older. I mean, what do you think? You think he's the next big disgruntled superstar to ask out this summer, or to be this summer? I mean, there's also, with the Mike Malone firing, I did hear some Jokic asking out too, but I don't know. I feel like the problem is like these Euro stars, they're not like Americans.
They're loyal.
They're loyal, man. They're loyal to the fan base. They each got a ring. I mean, Milwaukee, Denver.
Yeah, when was the last big European star really asked out? I mean, Dirk didn't. Tony Parker didn't. I'm trying to think. Yao didn't. Pau Gasol didn't. They just traded him. I just don't remember it. But Ginobili stayed. Yeah. So I mean,
that's the problem. They're loyal, but and
it could change. It could. A European can want out. Who knows? Giannis maybe.
I mean, Giannis, I could see Giannis for sure asking out. What do you think? Like, who do you think the next would it be? If I gave you like Giannis, like Ja, Zion, like how would you rank those in terms of
all of them? Every player?
Yeah. Can you think of any other like superstar that's on the brink of maybe asking out?
Yeah. So you said Ja, maybe Trae Young, Giannis, Trae Young. Okay, that's a good one. But depending on how the first round goes, it's a little early. But Anthony Edwards.
Oh wow! No, Anthony Edwards. That's way
I don't know,
early.
Man. If they fire the coach and I don't things look bad.
Wow, probably Anthony not. Edwards is That's a bold name. That's one I haven't heard yet.
Durant is probably going to be traded.
Yeah, Durant. I think Durant's a gimme, honestly.
Yeah, he should be traded. We had the locks earlier. Remember those locks?
Yeah, we had the locks earlier. We'll see in the summer.
Spurs, Miami, and Houston were the three. So we'll see. People were saying Minnesota the last couple of weeks, but that was BS. Like I still don't think that happening.
It's because they're in like Minnesota's second apron team.
Yeah, they're second apron, maybe like 47th apron at this point. I don't know. They're paying a lot of money.
Yeah, you can't. When you're in that second apron, man, like it's impossible to make deals. They make it so hard to make deals.
Which is fair. I like the idea. But yeah, I think those are the main ones. If I had to rank them, all right, Durant's I think number one.
Don't include Durant. Durant's gone, man.
All right, so we got what? Ja, Zion, and Giannis, and then Trae.
Zion, Giannis, Trae. You could throw Anthony Edwards in there if you want.
I'll put him last.
You'll put him last. Okay.
Yeah, but just thinking about it. Ja, Zion, and Giannis. Man, I feel like Giannis, like if I don't know how long Dame's out, like if he's out for even a part of next year, like they think, oh, like he's going to be out even longer than that. blood clots take a long time, right? I don't know what kind of injury it is and stuff, but
Blood clot, it could be a long time. I mean, Chris
yeah.
Bosh didn't even come back from them.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
But then I saw Thompson had it, and he came back this season. So
Yeah.
it depends on the situation, to be honest. I mean, Victor Wembanyama has the same issue. So yeah,
I mean, it's hard to really predict. I mean, all right, out of those four, I'd go number one. I'll go Giannis number one. I'll go number two, Ja, three, Young, and four, Zion.
You think Giannis asks out? Like, is most likely to ask out of those four?
I think he's kind of mad, man. I think I saw him throw the towels like down in one of the viral tweet a couple of nights ago. I don't know, man.
Giannis is having a crazy season that no one talks about, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was my preseason pick for MVP, but I mean, he's going to finish third, but I mean, I don't blame him. Like, the stuff he does is honestly historical, like night in, night out. I mean, he doesn't even shoot threes anymore. I mean, he's just bullying everyone, getting to the rim. It's insane. So
30, 12, and 6 is wild stuff.
Yeah, 30, 12, and 6. And yeah, what's his 2-point percentage? Does
60, I mean, 60% from the field.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. I mean, yeah, so I think that's interesting. I didn't think you'd think Giannis would.
I just he's also the oldest out of the four. So I don't know. I feel like I'm factoring that. I don't know.
That's true. He is.
I don't know. What do you think? What do you think out of the four? I mean, it's tough.
It's tough. I think Zion's most likely to be traded out of the four, and then I think Trae Young gets traded either at the next trade deadline or next summer. So I think I would put Trae. I'm gonna put Ja second. I think Ja this summer, if things really go south in the playoffs. I mean, he's throwing grenades and stuff now. The grenades. Jaws out here throwing grenades now. So
he switched it up. He switched it up.
I think if the Memphis Grizzlies crash out of the play-in, I mean, they might not even make the playoffs. I mean, if they don't make the playoffs, I think they might hit a reset button and they might trade Ja, see what they could get. Just tear out the market. So I'll put Ja second, and then I think maybe Giannis third. I'm thinking between Giannis and Ja, it's tough. But I could see Giannis second. But yeah, I could see Giannis being just eventually asking out. Yeah, Alex saying he's 30 years old, will turn 31. That's a good point. I mean, he's got to. If I'm him, I'm thinking championships too. I mean, he already won one in Milwaukee, and I mean they tried by trading Jrue Holiday away, which I think was a mistake for Dame Lillard, but it clearly just hasn't worked out in Milwaukee. And then the Kuzma trade, which is whatever. I mean, Kuzma as the third option isn't going to do anything, and especially in a weak Eastern Conference. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where Giannis could go, but I would put him third, and then I'll put Trae Young I think Trae Young, if he gets traded, will be next summer or at the trade deadline.
Trae Young, not this year, but another year. I'm doing it right now live. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I'm trying to make a Warriors with Bucks.
Yeah. Did you see the similarities between Jokic and Giannis and Milwaukee and Denver?
Yeah.
Is actually
that was crazy.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
How they both fired their coach. How they both, Giannis and Joker both went to the finals once. They both lost in a game 7. And then they both won finals MVP. Their coach got fired a couple years after. And it's like the parallel between the two timelines is unreal. I mean, I think it was a Reddit post. I have to find it. But, man, it was just crazy.
He gets 14. Sorry, I'm trying to make a trade here. But it would be something like this.
Trade guru.
It failed, but it'd be something like this. I think it's just the amount of players I'm doing here. But Draymond, Kuminga. I think Kuminga, they have to extend his contract soon.
Yeah, he's they have to make a decision on him.
Yeah, then you got Moody, Pod, and 3 firsts for Giannis. So it'd be close in the money. I'm just gonna try to take away one person here and see if it works. I'm gonna try to take off like Moody or something. Or let me just try to take off Kaminga and just see, because I think that was the amount. Dang.
It's because are any of them above the second apron?
First apron is the Warriors.
Yeah, that might be why. The Warriors, I know, always pay a lot in luxury tax.
Yeah. Who did I take out just now? Kaminga. All right, let me just try this last one. And
With
just
Jimmy Butler and Giannis and Steph, that's a weird. That could work.
No, Draymond has to be out. He has to be one of the guys. I think that'd be crazy if they ended up keeping him, but
yeah, I don't know how the Warriors would make it work.
Yeah,
I don't think I don't know. I'm trying to think like what other teams would maybe like. I don't think New York Knicks. No, I don't know. We'd have to think about that. We would have to brainstorm that.
Yeah, Giannis might not. So they might just blow the team up. Yeah, that's true. But I don't know how they trade Damian's contract. That's going to be the thing. I mean, that's going to be a tough one to trade. Man, this is a good point. How many stars are we going to get to the West? Like, Giannis to the West now. It's like crazy.
We need to start balancing. I mean, the East has been like usually we say it's eventually going to balance out, but the East has been weak like forever, man. I mean, since like LeBron came into the East, it was a week when he came in. I mean, ever after the Pistons and Ben Wallace and them, I mean, it just hasn't been there. There just isn't much top. I mean, the top teams have been good. Like they've had some top strong teams with Boston and Detroit and Miami, but just the balance, like the bottom half of the East, is just ugly.
Yeah, this is a good point, Draymond. Like if the Bucks are blowing it up, they probably wouldn't want him because they're going to focus on the Kaminga, Moody, Pod, and like firsts. So it's a fair criticism here. Russell giving us a shout out. Appreciate you, Alex, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate you guys being here and enjoying our picks. But yeah, I mean,
speaking of the Warriors.
Let's just get to the Warriors. That shot by Harrison Barnes. Wish I saw that shot go in Game 4 of the first round with the Kings and Warriors in 2023 April. That was literally the same exact place, I think, too. So where he shot it. Oh, we got it up here. We got it up.
Look at this. I mean, can we talk about Draymond Defensive Player of the Year, man? What is this nonsense? How does he go from negative 5,000 to whatever it is? I mean, look at this. He gets cooked this is the end of the game to tie the game with 32 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets cooked there. And then here he just falls asleep and Keldon Johnson, sneaking behind. I mean, these were tough. This was a tough loss for Golden State because it cost them. Yeah, they're in the play-in now. I mean, we could pull up the standings, but and then I think he gets fouled here. He does hit 2 clutch free throws.
That was a terrible foul.
By Harrison. Hey, he redeemed himself though. He did redeem himself. But man, this is a bad loss. I don't think like 16.
I don't think the audience can see the score, but basically Warriors were down 2 with 5 seconds left or something.
It's 111 now with 3 seconds left.
But before it was 109, 111. Spurs were up, and Barnes just fouls.
109, 111, and then right here, Barnes with a ridiculous foul with 3 seconds on the clock. That is terrible. And then he fouls Draymond there, which is crazy. I mean, yeah. I mean, he hit both free throws, but yeah, you're right. That's actually a ridiculous foul. Like I didn't realize how bad the foul was at the time.
I mean, I get it's Draymond, but he's not that. What is he? 70%? Something like that. 75.
Yeah, he's like 70%. Oh, they didn't even show the Curry turnover. Curry had a bad turnover right before this or I think it was before this, like around 30 seconds. Yeah. But man, this Harrison Barnes. This is a tough shot, man.
Over Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy Butler. That's a crazy shot.
It literally was in the same stadium too. It was in the Warriors. The same shot, same everything.
Didn't he hit one against Phoenix with Sacramento too, like that kind of?
Yeah, yeah. That was a long time ago. I think 2020, 2021 or something.
Oh, wow.
I can't remember. Yeah, something like that. But I mean, it's a tough loss.
Stop with the Draymond Defensive Player of the Year, man. Like he's a good like off ball, like great. I mean, he's good like, but he kind of picks and chooses his moments. He's kind of like LeBron, to be honest. He's good like he's kind of like a quarterback of the defense where he just kind of just sort of like waits, and then just he's a good off ball helping, of course. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
2 years later.
I think the odds, like his odds went from like negative 5,000 to like, what was it? Like I think
Because of
it's
this
or
game?
plus 5,000 to like negative like
Oh, yeah,
250
yeah,
or something,
yeah. Yeah,
which is insane. And this was like March 10th. It was March 10th. March 10th he was plus 5,000. So I mean, clearly he's campaigning for it or something. I don't know what's going on.
yeah. This is true. He had one against the Cavs too. Like it's almost the same shot like area every time he's doing that. All these
The wing,
shots, I think, yeah.
like
And
fading from the wing three.
but it's funny because it is a
Yeah,
huge game because they could have had home court advantage, dude. Like they
the
could have been the fourth
Warriors.
seed.
Yeah,
If you're going from fourth seed to like seventh seed because of that, that's a huge San Antonio Spurs upset, man. I mean, I'm
no,
actually
look at them. They're
curious.
seventh now.
Yeah,
They're said
uh,
they literally felt they could have been, like you said, like the 4th seed, but now they're 7th
yeah.
because they lost to San Antonio. I mean, and another bad loss too was Minnesota yesterday versus Milwaukee.
Mhm.
24-point lead in the 4th, and they blew it. So I
Yeah.
mean, and these guys are playing. I mean, Milwaukee's at least. I mean, technically they're a playoff
Yeah,
team,
decent team. Yeah.
but Spurs are just straight up not even in the playoff picture. I mean, they're down here 34 and 33 and 47, but yeah, I mean, look at this. This West is crazy between 4 and 8. I think
Yeah.
the Lakers just need to win one more game to lock up the 3 seed. So
Yeah.
I think the Lakers and Rockets are pretty much secured there at 2 and 3. But man, Memphis versus Minnesota tomorrow. That's going to be a big game. Big
That
game
decides
tomorrow.
who's going to be in the playing game, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, the Golden State Warriors in the play-in would be. I mean, then again,
That's,
they could finish 6 and they could play the Lakers, but that's a bad loss, man. To be up, like Matt said, or sorry, like Alex
yeah,
said, to be up,
38,
yeah, and then
23 in the fourth.
to get outscored by 15 points in the 4th quarter by that young Spurs team, and then I mean they had pretty much all their guys out there, so
Golden
they
State
had
scored
Draymond.
19 in the second quarter, too.
What happened?
Golden State scored 19 points in the second quarter.
Yeah,
That's
no, I
crazy.
mean they I mean their fans were getting on Draymond tough for the defense at the end. I mean.
Yeah.
And Steph's turnover was bad. I think Jimmy Butler had a good game. Jimmy Butler played well. But yeah, I think that's Steph actually had a
Dude,
good game. Just that his turnovers can be like that's a
he had
problem
one
with him.
turnover. He had
Turnovers.
one turnover.
Yeah, and it was costly. It was at the end of the
Yeah.
game. It was about 32 seconds. But yeah, I think I don't know,
Man, it's
man. The
crazy.
Warriors are
He's the only one that had like out of the like the people that played minutes, he had a plus 13. Everyone else had minus like 5 or 4, 6.
yeah. I think they're like negative 16 with the non-Curry minutes or something.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
they
And
were it was
Butler with 16 for 17 from the free throw line.
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy game, man.
Oh yeah, that's true. The Warriors are rooting for us to beat the Clips. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's true.
So
That's
you
true. That's a good
guys,
point. Sutton wants some predictions. I've been saying it for the last few weeks, last month. I got okay. I mean, it's chalk. I like OKC going to the finals. I like them too much. Their net rating's too good. They are a little bit too dependent on SGA, but I think like Jalen Williams, Chet, and like they got so many good scores. Aaron Wiggins, like Isaiah Joe, like I think they'll be fine offensively. And their defense is just elite and one of an all-time best. So their net rating's too good. I still got them coming out of the West. And I'll make a hot take right now. Let's put a hot take right now. I don't know if it's hot, but I'll let you decide. I was tinkering between this, but I kind of want to be a little safe, so it's not going to be that hot. It's not going to be that hot.
come on, man,
Um,
don't play the safe side. It's supposed to be
you
the
want me
hot.
to go hot? You want me to go hot on
Give
this?
us both. We could give us both. Give us both.
All right. I was gonna say the OKC Thunder to get to the NBA Finals, they're not gonna lose more than 6 games going to the NBA Finals.
So
So
you
they
just
play
think they
3
don't play
rounds.
out a 7 game series in one of the 3 series?
Yeah, basically. So I think like it could be 2-2-2, it could be 1-2-3. How the loss is. So, but my hotter take was gonna be 5.
Wow, 5 is a hot take.
Yeah, five is it's
So
crazy
no
the
more than
difference.
5 games in any of the 3 Western Conference series.
Yeah, like the total combined losses, I don't think it's going to be more than I wanted to say 6 to be safe.
Wait,
I
are
was
you
gonna
talking
say
about combined losses or how many games the series goes?
no. How many combined losses? Is that weaker?
So average of 2 losses per series,
Yeah,
right?
it could be 4-1 the first one, could be
Oh,
4-2 the second, could be
okay.
4-3.
Okay. I think 6 is
Um,
average of 2 losses per series is fine. 5 is hot though. I'll give you
5
5.
is hot. Yeah, that's pretty much saying it's 1-2-2. But
I don't
man,
know,
yeah.
man. You see
So
the Lakers versus. If you watch the Lakers versus
yeah,
OKC, man, the Lakers give them a lot of trouble. We're giving them a lot of trouble.
that was scary. It's crazy because it's just those two games were kind of scary. Like I don't know. That
Not
is
just
pretty
them.
scary.
Houston gave OKC a lot of trouble with their double big lineup with Steven
Yeah.
Adams and Sengun. So I mean, OKC has looked vulnerable. I think these past couple of
Yeah.
weeks.
I'm gonna go 6. I'll go 6 with 6
All
losses.
right, so you're going 6.
No more than 6 losses to get to the NBA Finals for OKC. So they're going to
Oh
the finals.
wow.
Who do you
Okay,
got? Who do you
6
got?
total losses. So my
Yeah.
preseason pick was OKC, and then I did one when we did our predictions. I did
Oh
say the
yeah.
Lakers. I did say the
Yeah.
Lakers. So I think I'm just gonna stick with the Lakers, man. I think
Yeah.
besides, I mean that Luka ejection yesterday was absolutely ridiculous.
Cost
I
them the
mean,
game.
yeah, I mean there was 106 to 107. Lakers were winning when he got ejected, and then once he got ejected, it went south, and it was a physical, chippy game. I mean,
Yeah.
Vando was out there pushing players, and I think that would be a good series. I also think the Rockets match up with them well, but man, I think OKC I think the issue that people have with them is like they haven't really been like tested. You know, they like blow everyone out. I mean, I think they have one of the highest differentials in NBA history in like in a regular season, point differentials. So I feel like they don't have they're not just like they haven't been battle tested where these close games. I mean, it's not like college like where the team hasn't had close games and then at the end in the tournament you see them have a close game and they just absolutely implode. So I think maybe they can, like you said, they do have all the metrics, all the defensive rating stuff, the net rating, one of the highest net ratings too, all the advanced analytics obviously favor OKC, but I mean, we'll see. There also was a stat where I think they were like 10-12 versus the best teams in the league. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. So I mean, I could see if I could find that stat, but yeah, I mean, I think that's my biggest issue with OKC is they haven't really been pushed to the brink. I mean, they do have playoff experience from last year, so I think that's what they're gonna have to lean on. But we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. OKC is an interesting team. I think a couple weeks ago I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be OKC Boston. Like,
Yeah.
okay, it's
This last couple days, man.
yeah, these last few days, I think like there's some vulnerabilities with OKC, man. Like, you never know. I don't know if it's just a blip or maybe because they have the number one seed locked up, but it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see. So 31, they're 31-10 above 500 teams. But this is a good point by Alex here. We want to root for the Warriors to win, so we don't play them in the 7-8 game. But yeah,
that's a great point. You want Memphis to. I mean, I'm assuming Kings fans want Memphis, right?
Yeah.
No, that's a great point, Alex. You don't want that to be.
No, we're making playing for sure. It is a lock. It is a lock.
Playing's a lock. Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the OKC stat. OKC is 9-12 versus Denver, Dallas, Houston, Golden State, Minnesota, and the Lakers. So I mean, that's
scary.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm going 6 games. No more than 6 losses getting to the NBA Finals for OKC. That's the lock. Reel it up, man. Reel it up.
Yeah, 6 losses. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess. I mean, what did Dallas have last year? How many losses did they have? 6. Yeah, they had that because they went 7, I think. Or like, I'm trying to think like who's a dominant like West team that.
Because they lost 2, was it against OKC?
They lost 2 against OKC for sure, and then round 1, who did they? I don't remember who Dallas played.
Was it the Clips again? I don't
know.
Was it the Clips again?
Might have been the Clippers. I think you're right. And then you're right because Kawhi didn't play.
Yeah. Lakers. Clippers and Dallas.
So I'm saying Boston is a clear favorite for the East. Yeah, I agree. I think you're Matthew saying with the Bucks being mad, they really have number 1.
No
but
one.
Cleveland. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you gotta give you props for the Cleveland. You were a couple weeks ago. You did call out Cleveland for being kind of a
Iffy.
fugazi team. So
And I
yeah,
wish I wish the Bucks were healthy. Then we could have seen my prediction.
I
'Cause
know.
now, yeah,
Yeah, that's true. Your prediction about what about Detroit? You don't think Detroit,
nah,
Indiana?
nah.
No, you
It'll
still
be
think
Cleveland
Cleveland?
and
Yeah, I think
Boston.
Cleveland. I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
Cleveland, Boston. But
Um,
I think it's gonna be Boston. I agree with Satnam in the chat that I think Boston is clearly the favorite in the
yeah.
East. I don't think anyone's even close to them. That's another interesting team. I could see would a superstar maybe leaving in a year or two with Jaylen Brown.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
Jaylen Brown does have he didn't play. He does have like some. If you heard him in a recent interview, he does have like some lingering knee issues. So
Oh yeah.
that might come back to haunt them in the playoffs. But luckily for them, I mean, the first series they might not even need him for the first couple of series. To be honest, like, they're
That's
just
true.
not deep and good.
Dallas lost 2 against Clips, and then 2 against Thunder, and then 1 against the Wolves. So they
Two
only had
Clips,
5
two
losses.
Thunder. Oh, so Dallas last year had 5 losses. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
not bad. That's it. They only had 5. Oh,
yeah.
come on.
2,
You
2,
could
and
say
then 1.
OKC didn't lose 5 then.
All right, I'll go. OKC is not losing more than 5 games going to the NBA Finals. There's many
That's a bolder
reasons.
prediction. 6 is
Yeah,
like, 6 is, it's average
yeah,
probably.
it's average.
It's probably
2,
like the
2.
average, 2 losses per series.
Yeah. All right, yeah,
No,
we'll
you
see.
want to go
That's
bold?
gonna.
You say they go like 16-1 and go. Now that would be crazy.
But yeah, I appreciate everyone being here. We're gonna have a show on Sunday. I think that'll be our next show because it's the last game for the Kings, and just that night we'll kind of recap stuff and recap the season, in the playoff picture and stuff. So that'll be good. Tristan confirming, appreciate you. But yeah, man, thanks for everyone showing up. If you guys can
Yeah.
like this,
Should we do the watch along? Should we talk about that?
Oh yeah. What do you guys think about doing a watch along for the playing game for the Dallas? Obviously, yeah, when we play Dallas, we could do a live watch along where we're just like watching the game at the same time as you guys, and we kind of commentate at the same time and just have our and
Just
do
have like
something
a
like
chat,
that.
just like a general chat in here. We just talk about the game while the
Yeah.
game's going on. So
Um,
we'll pretty much just be on while the whole playing game's on. So we'll give our thoughts
mhm,
while the game goes on.
mhm.
We'll hear your guys' thoughts while the game goes on. So I think that's something we'll consider doing for the playing game.
At Bennett's, Tristan at
Bennett's, yeah,
Bennett. Oh,
no,
we got some people liking it. We just got some people
it'll be
liking the
cool, man. I
idea.
don't know if anyone in the Kings space does that, but
Yeah.
we'll give it a shot. You guys can
Yeah.
just write your comments and how the game's going, and we can live react to the game, and
Yeah. Go
give
crazy.
go crazy, see what Doug Christie's doing wrong and stuff, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I mean that game's pretty much locked up, so just tune in for that.
Yeah, that'll be fun, and appreciate everyone. Like, subscribe. You guys can see us on Spotify, YouTube, all that fun stuff, Apple, and yeah, follow us on Instagram if you haven't before. Appreciate everyone. Appreciate you guys. Everyone here: Matt, Sutnam, Tristan, Alex. I don't know if I missed anyone. Sorry if I am, but